Hi Pembroke, it's Joe again. Welcome back. This week we've got some exercises to help improve your batting power. So we're going to work on transferring force from the ground, through your legs, through your hips, core, into the arms, into the bat, transfer it to the ball to get some power out of your hit. So we're going to start off today with some bridges. So flat on your back, feet firmly planted on the floor. We're going to be pushing through your heels into the ground to lift your hips straight up in the air. So, digging down through the heels, squeezing your glutes, lifting the hips all the way up, and right back down. Give a try for a couple of these. All the way up, all the way down. If that's a little bit easy, you want to make it more challenging. You can straighten one leg all the way out. Now we're doing a single leg glute bridge. So, same idea. Through that foot on the ground, driving through the heel down into the ground, squeezing your glutes, raising right up, and lowering back down. Give it a try on both sides, see how you feel. Making sure pushing through the heel and squeezing your glutes at the top, aiming for a nice flat line from your chest all the way down your thighs. Next up, we have a high plank bat drag. So, in the top of a push-up position, if you have a bat, you can use a jar of peanut butter, anything you have, just to give a little bit of weight. We're going to go up to the top of that push-up position. Bat is going to be by one hand, so it's on my left side here. Going to reach across, drag it to the other side. Switch hands. Going to be dragging it back and forth here. Working on a little bit of weight shifting through my arms, keeping my core tight. So what you don't see happening is my hips wiggling back and forth as I pull that back. Everything should be nice and solid all the way down, dragging that back. The arm is the only thing's moving as the bat goes back and forth here. The further your feet are apart, the easier it's going to be to stay stable. The closer your feet are together, the harder it's going to be to keep those hips nice and still. The more work your core is going to have to do. We have a dynamic clamshell. So, into a side plank position, on your knees. Bottom knee is always going to stay on the ground. You can have a little bit of bend in your hips. From this position, on your elbow nice and tall, you're going to lift your hips up off the ground and lift that top knee. Just like this. So you're pushing your hips up and forward, lifting that knee right up like a clamshell. Some more force development out of your legs. We're going to do a lateral lunge into a curtsy lunge. So I'm going to go to the left side first. Lateral lunge, I'm stepping out, sinking right down over that leg. Driving back up, I'm going to do a curtsy lunge. Having that left knee land right on the outside of my right foot. So again, lateral lunge, driving back over into the curtsy lunge. And go back and forth here. Working on planting that foot in the lateral lunge, driving off of it, and then controlling it down to the ground. From here, you're driving off the right leg, pushing all the way back into that lateral lunge. So on the other side, it's the same. Driving into that lateral lunge, driving off that right leg, all the way into that curtsy lunge. Now driving off the left leg, driving back. All the time, trying to keep your upper body and your knees pointing straight forward, moving from the hips. So we've got a couple exercises that work on force transfer from the ground into your legs. We've got some hips into core, stabilizing that core. Now we're going to work on the arms and the wrists a little bit. Get some power as you come follow through in your swing. So if you got a bat, whatever you got, chops with the wrist. Straight down, straight back up. So from the side, back falls down, raising it right back up. Try and keep your forearm nice and still. If this is too challenging at the full length of the bat, you can choke up a little bit. We'll make it a little bit easier. Those muscles in your wrist are still working hard. Do that on both sides. You can also do rotations. So holding that bat, letting it fall all the way to the side, and back up tall. All the way to the other side, and right back up.